beautiful. This week we are closing in on the end of week 9, and I'm doing things a little bit different this week. So today is my 3rd food day in a row. I feel a little bit weird about having 3 food days in a row at this point, but I am getting ready to do an extended one that will run at least 3 days, and depending on how it goes by the 3rd day, I may even go a little bit longer. No more than 5. So 3 to 5 days, it's what is upcoming. Yesterday was my 2nd food day, and a little PMS-y, I guess, because I ate nothing but junk. I reverted to some big slothy couch potato habits and just chilled out at home, didn't walk. That was a deliberate choice. Having a 2nd food day and a 3rd food day was a deliberate choice, but what I was eating was not the best choices, so gotta watch out for that. But, you know, one junk day in 2 months isn't so bad either, so I still can't believe things like the clavicles and how much has come off my neck and face, and that's really been enjoyable. And just today I ordered this new adorable dress from Shein.com. I was debating about whether to order something like that new when I am in the middle of such a dramatic change in my body. But, you know, it wasn't that expensive, and it is adorable, and if I don't get it now, it's going to go out of season, and it's going to go out of stock, and I submitted. Hi, kids. Come here. I submitted, and I had to do it. Bought a few other odds and ends. I have been wearing my neoprene waist belt when I'm working out in the mornings at least a couple of times a week. I just straight forget to put it on sometimes, or I didn't lay it out and rinse it off good, and now it's all still, so sometimes it doesn't happen. But I am trying to use that to help the core strength, to increase the burn, and if I'm lucky, it might even help with the skin tightening, because let's face it, if I keep going the way I am, my inner thighs, flappy grandma arms, and tummy is going to look like a Shar-Pei. Yeah, because I've been heavy a long time and my skin went with that, and I'm at the age where collagen production is down, and that just is what it is. Now, I ordered, at the same time as I ordered that dress, I ordered some of the neoprene that goes on your arms, like straps around the upper arm and straps around the thighs. I don't know whether they're going to fit good because I'm pretty big, and that kind of stuff is a one-size-fits-all situation that doesn't always fit all. And then the next question will obviously be whether I can actually comfortably work out while wearing them. The belt is comfortable enough. It's not bad. You know, as you're 3 miles into the walk and things start dripping, that can be gross, but it's not too binding for me to feel like I can really move in it, and that's the important part of that. I do have several other dresses also besides the new one I just ordered that I picked up at the local thrift store that I'm just aching to lose enough weight to get into. They're quite a bit too small at this point, but they're just some inspiration. This adorable pink one, it would have made me a little happier if it had been red. In the room I picked it up from, it was a little bit dark in there and it looked red until I went out in the sunshine, and it's still fun and bright fuchsia type pink, and it's somewhere between 50s and 80s. The sleeves are a little 80s, the rest of the dress has a 50s vibe to it, but it's like a size 9-10. But it's got a really stretchy waistband, elastic, and I'm closer to it than I feel like I am, maybe. Especially because the dress I just ordered from Shein was a size 14. And based on the measurements on the website and my body measurements I just did last week, I think it might arrive and fit immediately without even having to wait for a little more weight loss. Uh, I mean, I considered even buying down a size, but there were two versions of that dress. If you've ever been to Shein.com, there is the plus size curvy section and the regular section, and they have that same dress in slightly different descriptions in both sections. The plus size curvy section, I got the smallest size available, which was the 1X, but to their sizing, that's actually supposed to be a 14, you know. Sizing with everybody and everybody's companies is different. But it's the smallest size in the curvy section, and the main difference between that and the regular clothes section was that it had a stretchy, sheared, elasticy back. So it's going to give me a little more leeway and negotiability in the fit. The other version had a smooth flat back and a zip. So maybe a snugger fit all around and less negotiable in the size. And I don't know that I'm quite to not negotiable in size fit yet. I also got from the thrift store, though, this other yellow and black straight bodied cute little dress, and I'm going to try it too. That one has zero give, so it looks bigger than the pink one, but it has zero stretch, give, negotiability in it. So, and I tend to go with an A-line more. I like a fit and flare fit. I like it to be cinched more at the waist and then flare at the hips because I have a fairly well classic figure 8. My bust and my hips are 10 inches wider than my waist. For all that I'm big, it is a classic figure 8. And straight fit stuff does not emphasize the positive to me in that way. So we will see how well the longer fast goes, and just a nice strong another jump start. I've been aching to do another longer one. Came really close a couple of times before I'm like, no, don't do it too often. You're asking a lot of your body. And so I decided to just feed up for a few days before I go into it. And then I'll probably have to feed up for a couple of days coming out of it, because that is definitely something we've discussed in previous videos that I've talked about. And that is the fact that coming out of a longer one, I needed to not jump immediately back onto alternate day. So by the time I post this on Tuesday or Wednesday, it's only Sunday now. This is my third food day. So Monday will be first day of fasted. Tuesday will be second day of fasted. Wednesday will be third day of fasted. And so I will be 3 days fasted by the time this video comes out if I post it at my regular time. If I decide to go for a full 5-day, which has a lot of benefits, but it's hardcore. But that would put me coming off the fast by Friday. Definitely no longer than that. Absolutely not longer than 5 days. It just blows my mind how much immediately came off of my face and my neck. That's just wild to me. Everybody's been really, really encouraging, and you have a few be safes, and that's cool. That's great. I'm being safe. I'm doing my research. I'm listening to my body. If it feels terrible, I eat. If it feels like I'm pushing it a little too hard, I eat. I'm listening to my body. But so many people assume that fasting is starving yourself. And it's not. I have not had such problems that other people seem to. I mean, I read post-apocalyptic books and they haven't eaten in 2 days and they're just weak. And I'm like, y'all have never been hungry, have you? Because that's not how it works. I mean, at only 2 days hungry, you're fine. You're totally fine, especially if there's plenty of water to drink. I'm not saying your body didn't go, ooh, I could eat. But that's the ghrelin hormone telling you that it's time to eat, not your body saying, I'm hungry. Most of us have so many internal fat stores that it would take, there are people who fast for months. There are people who fast literally based on the size I was when I started this and things I've seen online. Apparently, you could really fast for almost a year and still be burning your own internal fats as long as you are having plenty of water and doing it the right way virtually. I mean, that's excessive and extreme. Don't get me wrong, I don't have that plan. But people do it and they survive. And there's concerns about burning muscle instead of fat. And, you know, that's things where flipping it up and also not doing excessively long ones too frequently, I think it's pretty much a non-issue from any of the doctors I've looked up online. Dr. Jason Fung is a nephrologist, and he is really big in the fasting world with a lot of valuable information, and he deals and talks to people who are diabetic a lot, because apparently even if you let your body get to that point, because people are just medicating the symptoms, which just build on top of it and make it worse and make it worse. And then the medicines make you heavier, which makes the whole situation snowball and spiral. He's actually a big proponent of fasting smartly for people with actual health issues. And it's fascinating information. I definitely recommend looking him up. He has a couple of books out that I definitely have on my list to order and be able to read. One is very specifically about fasting. Another is called The Obesity Code. And he has some really interesting information out there if you want to take the time and look into it. I have been taking my glucosamine every day. You know, I did some more research and came up with, while it's hard to say 100%, it's a risk I'm willing to take because my knees were starting to feel pretty bad. And that was something that had helped them so much. And it was getting to the point where if I didn't take it every day, and if I only took it every other day on my food days, if I didn't take it right away first thing in the morning, it tended to not happen when it should later in the day when I had food on my stomach. And I'm just not really good about taking vitamins any other time, but straight first thing in the morning. I wake up, I go knock back my vitamins, and I move on and start getting dressed. Whether that's to go walk, to get dressed for work, whatever, it works for me if I do it immediately in the morning. Another thing I'm considering taking, but that if I don't find the right one, absolutely will break the fast, so I would only be able to do it every other day, is a collagen supplement. Now that would have to happen after my the fasting part was broken, because I may get the weight loss from the fasting process still if I do something like that, but I won't get as much of the diabetic benefits. I won't get as much of the insulin sensitivity. I won't get as much of the immune boosting. I won't get as much of the autophagy if I break it taking a supplement. But collagen is really, really, really good for a lot of things in your body, not the least of which is your skin, your joints. So my knees would be helped a lot by me taking the collagen supplement. Also, my skin bouncing back and being hopefully a little less Shar-Pei-ish would also be benefited if I started finding the right supplement. It's just a matter of still researching different ones to see where I want to do it, how I want to look at it. I was looking at this one person's article online recently, which was a really fun read, and I'm actually going to link him below because it was a fun read. And basically, that's what he said in his article. You may not get all the benefits, but there are so many different ways to fast, and a lot of people do eat a little bit even during what they consider their fasting window. I don't believe in doing that because I do want the full benefits if I'm going to do it. But even if I only took it every other day during my window, I think it would help. And there's so many different kinds, so I just have to find the right one. I will continue to update you, so if you want to keep seeing those updates, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get updated when I do put out the new videos. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment below or on my Facebook page if you follow me on my Facebook, because I do cross post these over there. And you have a beautiful day. Good morning, beautiful. So, not good morning. It's like afternoon. Okay. I had a point. What was it? Point was this. Whether I will act. And then the question will also be whether I actually